Hey, welcome back to Living in Minnesota. My name is Joe Carmack, and this is Forest Lake. If you're moving to Minnesota and you're looking for a town that's truly that small town feel, but you still want to be really connected to city services and amenities, then Forest Lake is the gym that I absolutely love, and it'll check all of those boxes for you. Honestly, I have no idea how it's taken me so long to make this neighborhood tour, but alas, we will take you through all of the school ratings, the things to do, the parks and recs, the food and shopping, and of course, real estate. To understand Forest Lake, why don't I compare it to one of the other really popular suburbs on the north side of the Twin Cities, which is Blaine. It's got 31 square miles of city, which is almost exactly like Forest Lake, but the big difference is going to be in population. So whereas Blaine has 70,000 residents right now, Forest Lake's only got 21,000. So the same area with a lot less people is really going to be primarily because of all of the lakes and natural areas. Naturally, that's going to mean things are a little more spread out, life is a little bit quieter and more relaxed here, and it's a great spot for all kinds of nature. In case you're wondering, yes, the city of Forest Lake is based off of the lake of Forest Lake, and so there's tons of parks and recreations all throughout. Starting on the west side where we're at right here, this is Lakeside Park. It's one of the city's biggest and best, and this is where you're gonna find all the community events. They've got outdoor concerts, you've got fireworks for the 4th of July, and literally every kind of recreation right here. You've got the dock, which you can take out your paddleboard, canoe, and kayak, or if you're looking for a little more speed, they do have the public water access where you can rent boats to do all the water sports on the water. Beyond that, the city of Forest Lake is great for your daily fun as well. It's got 1,200 acres of parklands, 23 city parks, 18 open spaces, 14 playgrounds, 13 baseball fields, and 3 golf courses. So there's a ton of fun no matter where you live. When my wife heard we were doing a tour of Forest Lake, she insisted we go to Keys Cafe and tell everybody about it, and I quote, "Their cinnamon rolls are insanely gooey and the size of Texas. Everyone has to get one." So there's that. In addition to that, Forest Lake is a fantastic spot just because of the location right on 35W. This is one of the last main stops as you're heading north out of town, and so there's all kinds of fast food restaurants. You've got coffee shops right on the lake. You've got a couple of steakhouses. You've got bars and grills. There's literally just about everything right where you live. The same goes for shopping in Forest Lake. Although it's a small town, you do have Walmart and Target, you've got Home Depot and Menards, plus Cub and Aldi for your grocery. Kids who live in Forest Lake are served by the Forest Lake Public School District, and it's got a B rating on niche.com. And shout out to our teachers who actually have an A+ rating, which can be really hard to find. Forest Lake has 1 high school, 1 middle school, and 3 elementary schools, and each of those also has a Spanish immersion program. They've also got early education programs, as well as STEM, STEP, athletic, and art programs. So if you remember my last neighborhood tour of Otsego, we talked about how much new construction was going on there. Well, if you're looking for new construction, Forest Lake ain't gonna be it. In fact, only about 5% of homes sold in the last 365 days were new construction. Another thing I love about Forest Lake is that being the lake takes up so much space, and there's about a dozen other littler lakes. If you were hoping to be on the water, it doesn't get much better. In fact, last year, about 30% of the homes sold for the entire city were lakefront property. So naturally, that begs the question, how much is a home in Forest Lake gonna run you? And surprisingly, it's actually only about $9,500 more for the median sale price of a home in Forest Lake versus the Twin Cities Metro, and that's at $417,000. That's a wrap on Forest Lake. If you're thinking about moving to Minnesota, I am the guy to talk to, so I'd love to hear from you. You can find all my information in the description down below. I'll see you on the next one.